guys, it's Brittany. Welcome back to my channel. This is a very impromptu last minute video, but it's Sunday and I'm doing some meal prepping and it's actually towards the end of the month and my groceries are dwindling very quickly. It's actually, today is May 23rd and the last time I went grocery shopping was on April 30th. So it's almost been a month since I did my grocery shop. So this morning I was kind of shopping my pantry, looking through my freezer because I have a busy week coming up with work. I think I have like 6 meetings on my calendar tomorrow. So this morning I was like, I really need to do a little bit of meal prep so I have food in the fridge, prepped, ready to go. So all I have to do is microwave it, especially for lunches, because if I don't have food in the fridge ready to go, I have a tendency to just not eat or snack or eat stupid stuff. So today we're doing a little bit of meal prepping and I thought I would share it with you guys because a couple months ago I did a video on how to grocery shop once a month because that's kind of become my thing. Now that we've done the whole COVID thing and I've learned to grocery shop less, I kind of hate it. Like, I just hate going to the grocery store. And so if I can make my groceries last a month, that's ideal for me because it just saves me money. It makes my life easier. I'm not going into the grocery store every weekend and wasting all of my time. So during that video, I talked about the things that I do eat towards the end of the month when my pantry starts to get a little lower and my freezer is kind of deplenished. So I was looking at my stuff and I was like, this is kind of the perfect example of what I'm eating. Like, the stuff that I'm prepping is kind of like my go-to stuff when things start to get low. So today I'm gonna be prepping some food for this week and I thought I would share with you guys what I'm making. That way you guys can get kind of an idea of what I eat towards the end of the month when our food is getting low. So that's my whole spiel. I'm in my bedroom and I'm gonna head downstairs to the kitchen and we can take a look at what I'm about to make. First thing we're gonna make today, that's gonna be my lunch early on in the week, is quinoa bowls. And quinoa is something I've gotten really into in the last couple of years. I think it's a really good alternative to rice. It has a little more protein in it than rice, really healthy whole grain carbohydrate. And honestly, since I've been doing this running program recently, I've been craving all the carbs. And honestly, I need them to really fuel me because I'm burning so many extra calories. But this is really good, quick, healthy meal. It keeps really good in the fridge. It's super easy to prep and just heat up throughout the week. So this morning I put on some quinoa in my rice cooker, and this is my rice cooker. Honestly, I think we just got it on Amazon like a long time ago. It does the job. I use the brown rice setting for quinoa, and then just follow obviously the quinoa to water ratio on your package of quinoa. I think I did 4 servings of quinoa, which was a cup of quinoa, and then it was like a cup and a half of water. So just threw that in the rice cooker with a little bit of olive oil and salt, and I just separated my quinoa out into 4 containers. And this week I'm gonna do a little Mexican style fajita bowl with a quinoa, but I've done like a bunch of variations of this. Sometimes I'll do like a Greek style one with like cucumbers, tomatoes, like you can do like a yogurt sauce. You can top this with meat. You can make it vegetarian. This week we're doing Mexican. I love putting beans in my quinoa bowls because, again, it's just extra protein, really fills you up, lots of fiber. So that's what we're gonna do. And next step is I'm gonna get out my other toppings to cook those. So here's our key ingredients for my quinoa bowls. Again, you can do anything and everything your heart desires on quinoa. There are so many options, but we're gonna do a bit of a Mexican flair this week. So I've got Trader Joe's fire roasted peppers and onions, fire roasted corn. They're fire roasted corn, both one of my favorite items from Trader Joe's, and just so handy to have in your freezer for occasions like this. I've got a can of black beans. I'm actually gonna drain and rinse those before they go in my skillet. And then I have some of my homemade taco seasoning. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this to the veggie bean mixture just to add some extra spice. So I have my veggies going. I added in my rinsed black beans and I'm just gonna season them with some black pepper, some salt. All right, and here's my taco seasoning. I'm doing a little under a tablespoon of taco seasoning. That should be good. And then I'm just gonna mix this all together. And again, like sometimes when I make these bowls, I literally don't even like season the veggies. Like I'll just steam them in my little steamer microwave pot and then throw them all on the quinoa. This is actually a little more extra work than I normally would do, but I don't mind it today. Sometimes it's just therapeutic to be in the kitchen and prepping something. And honestly, this smells so good. It's gonna be so tasty throughout the week. So veggies are cooked through, and honestly, they're just vegetables. So you really just wanna cook them through until the veggies are no longer frozen. And even if they're not completely cooked, if you're really crunched for time, you're throwing it in the microwave anyways. So they're gonna cook additionally in the microwave when you heat them up later in the week. So really just warm these up, wanted to get the seasoning incorporated with them. And now we're gonna go ahead and add everything together onto our quinoa. I decided at the last minute I'm gonna add a little bit of lime juice to the quinoa. Normally I would do this while it's like in the rice cooker, like after it's cooked, but I forgot. So I'm just gonna splash a little bit. I have this lime juice. I think we might have gotten this at Whole Foods. It's just a glass bottle of it. So I'm just gonna put a little splash in the quinoa, and then I'm gonna fluff it with a fork just so it gets all mixed up. Kind of like the chipotle lime cilantro rice. Not as good as that, but that's what I'm going for. And then I'm just gonna scoop up our veggies and beans right on top. And the nice thing is you can also throughout the week, like once you've microwaved it, you can add a little bit of cheese or salsa, or if you want to indulge, you can add a little bit of sour cream or some Greek yogurt on top. And that is my Mexican fajita style quinoa bowl. Super, super easy. It's gonna be super helpful throughout the week to be able to just grab one out of the fridge and pop it into the microwave. So I'm gonna finish preparing the last three, and then I'm gonna be done for the day. Okay, so that was super simple. I think that took me all of 5-10 minutes to prep the beans and veggies. Like that was the most work, was just warming those up, because the quinoa that cooked probably for about an hour, but you know, that's just like time that you're doing other things. Like you don't have to sit and watch the quinoa. So super, super easy meal option. And again, these are all like items that I keep in my freezer. The beans I have in my pantry. Quinoa is shelf stable. So all that stuff, it's like my go-to meal at the end of the month when I'm running out of like fresh stuff, but it's still healthy. So that's one of my go-tos. Wanted to share with you guys. I have a couple other things that I will be making towards the end of the week because I have 4 of these, so this will get me through Thursday. So I'm gonna check back in with you guys later in the week to show you my other meal options, and I'll see you guys then. Okay guys, so I totally messed up and I put a roast out to thaw, and I let it thaw on the counter for like a couple hours and stuck it in the fridge thinking that by the time I woke up it would be thawed out. Not at all. It's still a block of ice. So I'm telling you this because I was supposed to put it on in the crock pot this morning for dinner tonight, but now I don't have dinner because it wasn't thawed out and I couldn't cook it. So I'm gonna cook it tomorrow, but I pretty much need to make dinner on the fly tonight. So I know I was doing this meal prepping, like what I eat for lunch type of thing. So I'm actually going to eat something that I normally would just make for like a quick weekend lunch for dinner, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. We're gonna be making flatbread pizza, which has become really just a go-to for a really easy, quick, hassle-free meal. I discovered these amazing flatbreads at Lidl. I haven't found them any other place. This is the first place I stumbled upon them. And I actually freeze these. So as soon as I buy them, I freeze them, because in the past I've made the mistake of not freezing them and they unfortunately get moldy real fast. So if you can find these, the Toria's Family Bakery whole grain and flax lavish wraps are freaking amazing. They taste delicious and they're super healthy, and they don't taste healthy. So they're actually only 100 calories per sheet. They have 6 grams of protein, and they're a really great alternative to if you're craving pizza and want something a little healthier. You can pick these up. They're vegan, they're high fiber, they're low sodium. They are delicious. They're even kosher. And so if you want to make a flatbread, you just take one of these out to thaw for a minute, preheat the oven to 400 and then make a little pizza, stick it on there for 5 to 6 minutes in the oven, and you have a delicious little makeshift pizza. And then some other ingredients I just always have on hand in case I want to make a flatbread are some marinara sauce. I actually have the Rouse marinara, which is my all-time favorite, and I just really think it's the best marinara ever. I have some mozzarella slices I actually need to use up, and I have 4, which is going to be perfect for this flatbread. And then I like to put a little oregano and basil leaves mixed in with my sauce. And then I also have some feta cheese and some Kalamata olives on hand. So that's what I'm gonna top my flatbread with tonight. Here is my finished flatbread. It looks so yummy. The cheese is all bubbly and the crust is golden brown. I cannot wait to dig into this. This dinner came in clutch tonight. Kudos to me for this flatbread on the fly. It's gonna be so good, and it's just one of those meals it's nice to have in your back pocket for when you mess up like me and forget to thaw out the pot roast. All right, friends, it's noon and I am super hungry because I haven't eaten anything today, and I wanted to share my last quick healthy lunch idea for stuff that you should just have in your pantry for when you start running out of your fresh produce and stuff. So I have got some Banza mac and cheese chickpea pasta, which I'm actually really excited for. I haven't had this in a while. I picked this up at Wegmans. It's pretty hard to find. Like, you're not gonna find it at like Walmart or Lidl. Like, you'll find regular Banza. Sorry, Derek is like working on something downstairs and he's being super loud. But you're not gonna find this like at Lidl or Aldi or Walmart or anything like that. But a regular grocery store should have this, and they have a variety. Actually, let me pull up the other one so I can show you. Okay, so I have the deluxe mac and cheese, which this is basically like the equivalent of Velveeta mac and cheese that has like the cheese pouch, like the liquidy processed cheese, you know, the good stuff. And then I also have another box, kind of like just traditional, that comes with a powder that you use milk for. And this is white cheddar, which actually this is like my favorite one. But I think today I want to go for like the classic mac and cheese, like kind of like Kraft mac and cheese with like the yellow cheese powder. So we're doing that. The nice thing about this is it's gluten-free. It's got way more protein in it than regular pasta because it's chickpeas. So I'm a fan. I really like it. And if you haven't tried Banza, I definitely would recommend it. My friend Ashley actually introduced me to this years ago, and I make it pretty often. So this is just good. You know, you have it in your pantry, you pull it out when you want a quick lunch, and you don't have like a lot of fresh stuff on hand. It's like perfect because, you know, I'm at the end of where I'm about to go grocery shopping. And then I also have some green beans I'm just gonna make on the side. So we're gonna make that for lunch today. Literally walked away for 2 seconds and my water boiled over. For whatever reason, I keep forgetting with this pasta, like, don't turn your heat up on like the highest setting, because whatever the make of this pasta is, it makes it boil over faster than normal pasta. I don't know. So the other thing I wanted to mention, because I feel like I've talked about this before, this little steamer I have, is a Pampered Chef steamer. It's probably my most used kitchen gadget, tool, whatever, but I use it for frozen veggies, and it's super convenient. You just dump the veggies in, put a little bit of water in it, you click the lid on, and then we're gonna pop it in the microwave for 5 minutes, and then my veggies are gonna be steamed. But it's literally so convenient, and I use it all the time. Pasta's done, and here's where the magic happens. Delicious processed cheese powder. Dump that in. This is like really hard to do one-handed. All right. Then we're gonna do milk. 1/4 cup. And then we're just gonna stir, stir, stir. This just reminds me of like when I was a kid, you know, Kraft mac and cheese. That was always the best. And it's something I don't really like make anymore, you know what I mean? I feel like you just kind of grow out of it, but then when you randomly have it, it's always so good and so nostalgic. also my green beans are done, so I'm gonna grab those. And then we're gonna strain these. Literally so easy. Okay. These are all done. Oh, green bean down. All right, so there's it done. I'm gonna continue to stir this, and then I'm just gonna add like a tablespoon of butter just to add a little more richness per the box. Here's my finished lunch. Looks super yummy. Oh, I need to salt and pepper my green beans, but oh, and I had a leftover biscuit from my HelloFresh meal last night, so have that as well. Can't wait to dig in. Hey guys, flash forward like 2 months. It's literally end of July since I filmed this video, and I'm sitting here at my computer editing it, and I realized I never filmed an outro. So here I am 2 months later to check in and say hi. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. That's kind of like what we do towards the end of the month. It's pretty much just scrounge for anything we have in the pantry on standby. And I usually just try to have a lot of that kind of stuff that's shelf stable or stuff I can have in the freezer that I can throw a pretty decent lunch/dinner together when we really need it. But yeah, so most of the meals that I shared are pretty healthy, which is nice, and they're really quick and easy. So it just goes to show you, I think a lot of people are under the impression that towards the end of the month when you're running out of groceries, you're probably eating like a lot of frozen stuff and processed food that is super unhealthy. And while some of it was processed, it was more healthy than normal processed foods. You know what I mean? It could be way worse. So I was pretty content with the lunches I made, and yeah, that's just kind of what we do. I feel like I should have more to say, but I don't really have more to say. So if you guys have questions or are looking for suggestions on other healthy meals that you can cook, drop a comment below. Let me know. Maybe I can do a future video on some of the other stuff that I like to eat, share more recipes. I love cooking, and it's been nice. We just got back from vacation, which has been like the perfect reason to kind of reset and start eating healthier, which, I mean, we normally eat pretty healthy, but you know, after vacation, you really need to detox. So we've been trying to do that. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks again for watching. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Brittany. I kind of do a bunch of random stuff on my channel, and I'm glad you're here, and I hope you'll subscribe. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like to stick around and see more content from me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!